Hello everyone, this is third episode of The Joy of C++, and as I promised in the previous episode, I'm going to show how to set up SDL2 library in Visual Studio. So let me run my virtual machine, which is this one. Let's make it full screen. Cool. It's got internet. So to do this thing, we can just go and search for SDL2 Windows, I guess, something like this. And here's it, very first link here. And we can have source code and we can have binary. And since we have 64-bit Windows, we need to download this binary, open file. It's not runtime library, we need a development library, and this one for Visual Studio and this one for MinGV, and so we need to download Visual Studio version of the library. Okay, so now we have it, and we can extract all. Okay, so inside the directory we can have a bunch of include files and some documentations and libraries. So what we need is SDL and lib, DLL and lib. For some reason we have also this lib, but there is no DLL one. I think it's fine. So now we can start Visual Studio. And let's say create new project, and I'm not sure what I should put here. I think I still have to put console. So there is two options, either console or desktop. Let's try console first, and if it didn't work we can switch to desktop and see how it's going to work. So here we go, we are going to create SDL2 example. Oh, there is a Twitch notification. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, I think I did not empty one. Okay, it doesn't matter, so I think that's fine. Call file SDL example. I like to call it main.cpp, but I think it's fine. And we can take this one and copy paste. So it's from previous episode. The keyboard is extremely slow. Can I make it faster? Keyboard. Repeat delay short. Repeat rate. It's set on maximum. And it's still, I think it's fine. It's a little bit slow. Anyways, so I'm not sure if I need this thing. Doesn't look. Anyways, let's comment it out for now, and we'll see if it's gonna work or not. So we have downloaded library and includes, and I can keep it here. Yeah, let's keep it here. So I need to add the include directory in the project. So go to right click properties, and there is a C++ section here, C and C++ section, and then we can find here external includes, I think. Oh yeah, VC++ directories. Okay, here. I think I should select all configurations here and also all platforms. Let's do x64 platform here, and then include directories. Here we go. So we click here to edit, and now we can add new directory, and I just copied it from here and paste it here. This one actually for all platforms. So let's do for all platforms. Yes, edit. Okay. So now it should be happy. Should become happy here. Cannot open source file. Oh, I see. So it says SDL2. I think let me do this way. New folder. I'm going to rename it and call it in. Okay, so I'm going to rename this thing to SDL2, and then I'm going to create folder include, and then move everything inside the include directory. So now I should be able to at least compile. It will fail linking. Yeah, but it did compile. I don't know why it's not happy. Cannot open source file. Huh, SDL2 SDL.h. Now it should be happy. Include. Is it called includes? I think it's called include, right? Huh. Let's look again. Properties. Include. Cannot open source file. I think it's lying. It's lying to me because it did compile. Look at this, it did compile. Visual Studio is lying to me. Okay, anyways, now I need to do linking. So again, go here. And so we have include directories, library directories. So for library directories, we need to do for x64 and for 64-bit and 32-bit separately. So let's go and do for 64-bit. So add the line, and what we need to do, we find it here, leave 64, right, and select. So this is for 64, and then for 32, yes, I do want save changes, and then again go downloads, library, go here. Okay, so all platforms, yes. Library directories are set up, and now go to linker, and inside the input additional dependencies we do we put, I think we need both of them, so let's try this one. And what is it? SDL2 main.lib, right? I think we need both of them, and this is for all platforms. Apply. Okay, now let's try to build, and hopefully it would build. So symbol SDL main reference and function get CMD line. So I think now this one is macro. Yeah, and what I need to do, see, I think I need to add this line. Yeah, so there is a warning. And there is another thing, this one has to be C main, so it should extern C. So it should be C version. Still main, you cannot overload the function with extern C linkage. SDL main. You cannot overload the function with external C linkage. So let's uncomment this thing. Okay, now it's running. So it's going to fail because it doesn't have DLL. So we need to copy. Let me switch to x64 and copy DLL. So we need to copy DLL, this one. Copy. I don't know where, but we will figure out. Where user source. Okay, source SDL example, and I think it's the so we need to put DLL here, and let's run it. Yeah, and now it's cannot find image BMP, so let me copy it. I honestly do not know where I'm supposed to copy it, but we will experiment. So we have image somewhere, or horrible image. Not here. Image BMP. Let's try it here first. I doubt it's gonna work from here, but nope, it didn't work. So Control X. Let's go level higher. Image BMP. Control X. What is this thing? Huh. Where I supposed to put this image BMP? Control X. Here? No. Control X. Here? Huh. I'm really confused. So what we can do? We can C++ get current directory. How to get current directory? C++. Dot string. Include file system. It's not happy. I think it doesn't have set up the C++ standard code generation. Language. Okay, so let's do latest and greatest, C++ 20. Okay, now we can run it and it will print current working directory. SDL example, SDL2 example. Okay, so for some reason it should go here. No offense. Here we go. There is a SDL2 application written in Visual Studio. So I think I'm done for Windows stuff, so I can forget about Windows and move to Linux part. So let's go and close this VM. I can just suspend, right? And I can close Emacs and do. So I have. Let's make the directory and let's call it joy of CPP, and I guess I can create like a directory 003 here and like make the small application here. So I'm using Clang on Linux, and I wrote a small tool which can compile things for me. The good thing it's shows you what does it do. I don't like this part, but I needed to do this thing for building something which had like a lot of object files, and it's kind of broke the Windows compiler for this thing, so I have to do it this way. But basically it compiles things. It actually compiles with C++ 20 and does like all options, compilation options for me. And if I do like, for example, SDL2, no, or just SDL, is it like this? I do not remember. Maybe SDL2? No, I think I need to install it. Let's see. No, it's here. Let's see what is installed. Installed files. Oh, so I need to do SD. Oh, okay, so I need to do it this way. Copy. Yeah, here we go. And it did like automatically figure out dependencies. It actually did not. I wonder why this thing is capital. Or maybe I should do it this way. Oh, okay. Apparently I have to do it this way. And it did use, in this case, package config here. So put package config here and package config here to get flags for SDL. So we can get some examples. Oh no. Okay, so it's not too much terrible. So let's do SDL2 example. Let's look at this. Let's see which one is the best one. This is boring. This is boring. Nope. Yeah, hello SDL. I think this is the perfect tutorial to go through. Yeah, I think it's exactly what I had. No, it's different. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to copy paste everything like one by one. This is the actually C tutorial. I close this one, but it's fine because we can program in C using C++ compiler. Okay, I'm going to format it. I have Clang format, so Clang format formatting it for me. So I can just select everything and press tab and it will format for me, or I can do XA, it will format for me. And let's compile this thing. Hey.
Can I maybe get some money on Steam?
Yeah, I can send it to you. How much do you want?
Only $20.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
I'm doing tutorial now, so I'll do it later. So yeah, and we do not need these parameters, so yeah. Let's see if it's gonna work. So I'm going to fire debugger, run. Yeah, and it's going to disappear in 2 seconds. So it's a kind of exactly same tutorial, more or less, with some variations. We can make it little bit more C++. So for example, screen surface, like there is a lot of nesting, and this is not recommended. So there is a recommendation to do early returns, so we can do return -1 here and get rid of this else branch like this, right? Now this is a kind of C style, and you're declaring in the beginning, so we do not need to declare in the beginning, we can just declare here and use auto, so it will automatically figure out the type of the thing. Instead of null, it's recommended to use null pointer. So same thing for screen surface, so we can do auto screen surface, so we do not need this thing. It should compile now. Yeah, so again return -2, so removing nestiness. Okay, things should compile and should behave exactly the same way, but code is kind of simpler. And these constants, I think I can keep it. It's actually recommended to use to use all capitals only for macros. So let's do inflection camel case for these strings, camel case, and for this one camel case, for this one camel case. Okay, and I mean we can keep printf, it's fine, but output in C++ it stats out. This is kind of fine. There is a lot of commands, for example, and they kind of redundant, right? Like this command says destroy window, so obvious doing destroy window. I mean we can keep wait for 2 seconds, or we can put here milliseconds command, so it's saying like, so we know unit for delay. Update the surface, and it's like update Windows surface. It's redundant. This command is redundant. Full the surface with white. We can keep it. Get Windows surface. Look, get Windows surface, get Windows surface. No need for it. Create window, again, it's here, so why you don't repeat yourself, right? Dry principle. Initialize SDL, same thing. Screen dimensions, it's kind of fine, and same, no need for commands, so remove. That's gonna work just like doing refactoring. So let's go to next tutorial, which is going to do pump, right? Download source, back to SDL tutorials, getting an image on the screen. Getting the image on the screen. So G hello world. I'm not sure if we need separate function here, so I guess we can just do SDL load BMP and auto BMP SDL load BMP, and we need just a file name, so image.bmp, and then SDL free surface BMP SDL free surface BMP, and then we need to do bleed surface, so we need to do this thing. We can do it here, I guess. So, and it should be good to go, except we need to check BMP for null pointer. So if BMP, so there is two ways to check for null pointer. This is kind of verbose way, and I always prefer to do shorter way. So this one is the shorter way to check if BMP is null pointer. So I believe if you can write less, it's better because you have to later on read less. And we can just, let's do IO stream then instead. So we can put on error and say image.bmp is missing or in the wrong format. Return -3. And also I can do this thing SDL, yeah, so we can print the error code. So it's going to skin surface, so it's going to fail, but it will print like is missing, is the wrong format, could not open image BMP, right? So let's fire GIMP and create some image. I think it's 680 by 480. Let me double check though. Oh my god, in previous tutorial it was 680. Okay, 640 by 480. Let's put like a smiley face here. I don't know, is it good enough? Let's put something, the joy of C++. Okay, so let's do export and let's go to project joy of C++ free, and it's going to be image BMP, image.bmp export. Hopefully it would work. Okay, let's run it. Here we go, look at this, it's beautiful. Let's close this guy. So essentially this is the second tutorial, but let's go, yeah, event-driven programming. So let's do event-driven programming. So there is event handler, and yeah, okay, let's add these two things. So I think we can put it here and then put the while loop, while not quit, and I don't think we would need delay, and we can put this guy here, and I think this is it. Let's compile and see if it's gonna work. Free surface BMP, free surface screen surface. It doesn't matter too much. Okay, so now I can close it. Oh, it crashed. Screen surface. Okay, so I should not do this thing. Yeah, now it's exited without errors. Exits normally. I think I will end for today. So like if you want to get like a deeper understanding, you can go for tutorial, but like this is mostly just to get you appetite for programming, and next lessons, next episodes, I'm going to go like in depth and start like from very simple things, variables, loops, like if and functions, classes, and SDL. I think I would just to have as a vehicle for be able to draw something on the screen. I think it's more interesting if you can do have some visual representation of what you are doing instead of things in the console. Printing things in the console, it's kind of boring, right? So I think this is why kind of showing HDL, and you do not need to understand too much about these things. So as far as you can draw something on the screen, and like a monkey do stuff, and it will just do for you things without like a deep understanding, and we just slowly will unwrap and get on the level, then you will also understand how SDL is working. So hopefully you have everything to be able to do things on your computer. So if you have Windows, you can just do Visual Studio, or if you have allergy to Visual Studio, try to do Clang, for example. And then I would do everything on Linux, and hopefully everything would be compatible. So I am done with episode 3, and thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!